Here's a question. When was the last time you actively asked someone for honest feedback about your leadership? If it's been a while, or if the idea feels uncomfortable, you're not alone. But here's the truth. Great leaders don't shy away from feedback. They seek it out. Feedback isn't criticism, it's a gift. It's the key to identifying blind spots, improving your skills, and demonstrating your commitment to growth. Leaders who regularly seek and act on feedback build trust, strengthen relationships, and continuously evolve. In this talk, we'll explore why feedback is essential, how to solicit it effectively, and how to use it to grow both personally and professionally. Let's dive in. I want to start with a quick story. Early in my career, I avoided feedback like the plague. I thought asking for it would make me seem weak or unsure. But one day, a trusted mentor said something that changed my perspective. They told me, the best leaders are those who are constantly learning, and feedback is the best teacher. So I took a leap and asked my team one simple question. What's one thing I could do better as your leader? Their responses were honest, sometimes surprising, and always valuable. Since then, I've made seeking and acting on feedback a cornerstone of my leadership. In this talk, I'll share how you can do the same to grow and inspire those around you. First, let's talk about why feedback is so critical. 1. It reveals blind spots. None of us see ourselves the way others do. Feedback helps uncover habits, behaviors, or communication styles that might be holding us back. It's like looking in a mirror you didn't know you needed. 2. It builds trust. When you ask your team, peers, or mentors for feedback, you're showing humility and a willingness to grow. This vulnerability fosters trust and strengthens your relationships. 3. It fuels continuous improvement. Leadership isn't a static skill, it's a journey. Feedback provides the roadmap for where you can improve and how you can better serve your team. Feedback is like a compass. It points you in the direction of growth and success. Next, let's talk about how to ask for feedback. It's not just about asking, it's about asking in the right way. 1. Be specific. Vague questions like, "How am I doing?" often lead to vague answers. Instead, ask focused questions like, "What's one thing I could do differently to make our meeting more productive?" Or, "How can I better support you in your role?" 2. Ask a variety of people. Don't limit yourself to one group. Ask your team, peers, and mentors for feedback. Each group will offer unique perspectives. For example, your team might share insights on your day-to-day leadership, while a mentor can provide strategic advice. 3. Use anonymous channels when needed. Sometimes people hesitate to be honest, especially if they fear offending you. Anonymous surveys or feedback tools like Google Forms can create a safe space for more candid responses. 4. Set the tone. Let people know you're genuinely interested in their feedback. You could say, "Your input is important to me, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on how I can improve." This helps create a culture of openness and trust. Remember, asking for feedback is a sign of strength, not weakness. Here's the most important part: acting on the feedback you receive. Seeking feedback is only half the equation. What you do with it matters even more. 1. Listen without defensiveness. When someone gives you feedback, resist the urge to explain or justify. Instead, say something like, "Thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate your honesty." 2. Reflect and prioritize. Not all feedback will be actionable or relevant. Take time to reflect on what you've heard and prioritize the areas where change will have the greatest impact. 3. Create an action plan. Break feedback into specific, measurable steps. For example, if someone says you tend to dominate conversations in meetings, set a goal to ask more open ended questions and let others speak first. 4. Follow up. Let people know how their feedback has influenced your actions. For instance, you could say, after our conversation, I've been working on improving how I delegate tasks. Let me know if you notice a difference. This shows that you value their input and are committed to growth. When you act on feedback, you're not just improving yourself, you're modeling a growth mindset for your team. So, why is seeking and acting on feedback so powerful? 1. It strengthens relationships. When you show your team and peers that their opinions matter, you build trust and deepen connections. 2. It enhances your effectiveness. Acting on feedback helps you address weaknesses, refine your strengths, and lead with greater impact. 3. It sets the tone for your team. By demonstrating openness to feedback, you encourage your team to do the same. This creates a culture of learning, collaboration, and continuous improvement. Feedback isn't just about you, it's about building a stronger, more dynamic team. Now it's your turn. Take one step this week to seek feedback. Ask a mentor, peer, or team member a specific question about how you can improve. I'd love to hear about your experience. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this talk resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who are on their leadership journey. Remember, feedback isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. It's the key to unlocking your full potential as a leader. In closing, leadership isn't about being perfect. It's about being willing to grow. Seeking and acting on feedback is one of the most powerful ways to demonstrate your commitment to personal and professional development. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more great content. See you in the next one.